Are you considering a career in dentistry, but you're wondering, is it financially worth it? In this video, I'm going to dive deep into the numbers and give you the specifics on what it costs to be a dentist, how much you can make, and what does the ROI look like on your investment. And then I'll go over and see, is it actually worth it to go into dentistry? All right, so these days, it's more expensive than ever to be a dentist. And we're going to talk about some money in this video. And I wanted to make this video partially because I was genuinely curious to know how much does it cost to be a dentist and how much can you make, right? Like, what's the earning potential look like? So I'm going to share with you the research that I found, and then I'll let you know if it financially looks worth it or not to be a dentist. Now let's get into it. The journey to becoming a dentist starts with significant amount of investment into education. You have to go to college first. So undergrad on average costs around $25,000 to $35,000 a year. So some people are already investing 100 grand into their undergrad education. Then after undergrad, you got to go to dental school. And on average, a dental school can cost anywhere from $500,000 to $750,000 total. So clearly this is a lot of money to take out in loans. Some people are very fortunate and they have their parents to help them pay for undergrad and dental school. But a lot of people aren't this lucky. So you just graduated as a dentist, you got a lot of student loans. Well, at least you can start making money, right? So how much can you expect to earn as an associate when you first come out of school? $300,000, $500,000, $600,000, $1 million? No. On average, dentists make around $115,000 to $125,000 when they first come out of school. This is the least amount of money you're ever going to make in your career. And that's okay because you're just starting. Again, several factors play into this, but this is the ballpark number. For me, I think I made around $115,000 when I came out of school. I was also in and out of so many jobs. I was working part-time in multiple practices, and I was in and out of jobs every 3 to 4 months. So there wasn't a lot of financial stability. And this is very common for a lot of dentists when they first start out. So take that into consideration. Another thing that you have to realize is you're probably going to be spending money more than you ever did. Because let's be real, you grinded to get to this point to be a dentist. You should be able to enjoy yourself. Now, you don't need to go buy a yacht or do something crazy like that. But if you want to travel, you want to eat good food, you want to buy some nice clothes, like you should be able to do it. Because I think at the end of the day, as long as you're responsible with your money and you are intentional about how you spend it, do the things that make you happy. Just don't spend more than you make. Basic tip. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a dentist and an entrepreneur, but that's my take on how to live your life and spend your money. Before we move forward in the video, please subscribe to the channel. I spend a lot of time and I put a lot of effort into making these videos. And whenever I see the subscriber and the like count go up, I know that means people are finding value in this. So if you're finding any value, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and drop a comment below to let me know if you enjoy it. Appreciate it. Okay, let's say you're done being an associate. Now you want to go be a practice owner. This is something I think that not every dentist should do, but a lot of dentists do it. You have to realize being an owner, you are agreeing to taking on a brand new career and starting from zero. Because now not only are you a clinician as a dentist, you are a business owner and a CEO. So you have to be willing to learn from the ground up if you want to be successful. A lot of people want to become owners just because they want to make more money or they want to have freedom to do whatever they want. Yes, you can make more money as an owner, but you will also have significantly more stress and problems. And this could ruin the quality of your life. So how much does it cost to start a dental practice? On average, it costs anywhere from $5,000 to $700,000. That's how much it costs. Now, how much can you actually make as an owner? So let's say you do the same bread and butter basic dentistry as an associate and compare it to as a practice owner. So if you're doing around $120,000 as an associate, just strictly being an owner, you could probably be making around $200,000. Again, these are ballpark numbers, but that's just another way to think about it. People will like to dumb it down and make it sound very simple, like, oh, like you're doing the same clinical work and you can make way more. That is true. You also are responsible for the livelihood of other staff. You're a leader in the office. You're a business owner, and you have so many other things you have to worry about. Again, it's possible, but just know that while you're making more money doing the same clinical work, you are also doing way more admin work and leadership work that you may not have never had to do as an associate. These are the factors I'm talking about that you have to take into account. All right, let's get into the ROI analysis on this, since you have a basic picture of what it costs to be a dentist and how much you can make as an associate and a practice owner. And then let's answer the question, is it worth it? So ROI, what does that mean? Return on investment. It's a calculation about how much you can make over time by paying up front for something. So let's break down the costs first. Education. It's $100,000 for undergrad plus $600,000 for dental school. This takes you to $700 grand. Then there's a $650,000 cost to start up a practice. That takes you to $1.35 million. Now let's look at the total earnings that you can make over a 15-year period. And let's say for the first 3 years, you're an associate, right? So first 3 years as an associate, let's say on average, you're making $125,000 over 3 years. So that takes you to $375,000. Then your next 12 years, you're an owner. Congrats. Now you make $205,000 a year and you multiply that over 12 years, which is $2.46 million. So the total earnings over 15 years would be $2.835 million. So let's do an ROI calculation, right? So ROI is the total earnings minus the total cost divided by the total cost times 10. So $2.835 million in earnings minus $1.35 million in cost divided by $1.35 million in cost times 100 is $100 110% ROI. Not bad. So something to know, outside of just financial, there are other aspects of life that play into whether or not something is worth it. You have to be satisfied with your job, right? You have to have a good work-life balance. And you also have to have some personal fulfillment in dentistry. All these things play a huge role into whether or not something is worth it. And something to note, all those numbers were averages, and by no means were they absolutes. So many variables play into it, like I said earlier. I didn't even take into account extra investment that you have to make to do continuing education, to learn skills and to develop. Because when you come out of dental school, you have to pay for it, more education. You have to learn how to do dentistry. You have to learn how to talk about dentistry. You have to learn how to do high-ticket procedures. You have to learn how to do so much more. It doesn't stop in just dental school. You have to spend money and invest in coaches and consultants and other people to teach you how to get good at business, because you never learn how to get good at business. But it's okay, because if you surround yourself with the right people and the right education, you're going to be successful. So to bring it all in, let's answer the question, is it financially worth it to be a dentist? On paper, the answer is yes. But to be successful and live the dentist life that so many people dream of and desire, of having freedom and being able to help people, it's not such a clear path to do that in dentistry these days, due to the increased price of tuition and the stagnant reimbursement rates in the field. Look, I made a bunch of different videos breaking down strategies that you can use to be successful as a dentist in 2023 and beyond without opening a practice. Be sure to check those out. Also, let me know what you think. Comment down below. Is it worth it to be a dentist based on the numbers I shared? Do you have different numbers that you can relate to? Let's chat. I'm super interested to hear what you have to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one.